What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. I want to thank you for tuning in to my channel today. I appreciate it very much. Really appreciate everybody watching. You know, all the likes, subscribers, viewers, everybody messaging me, telling me that you really like the content. It really makes it worth it for me. It is a little bit of work fishing all the time with the camera strapped to your chest, having to worry about batteries, SD cards, all that stuff. But when you all tell me that you're really enjoying it, you're learning something, I helped you catch a better, big fish, be a better angler, whatever, that is what makes it worth it. Every time I go on the water, it is a learning experience for me as well, because I don't know it all. So I just try to learn, try to take y'all out on the water with me, and we kind of learn together. So anyway, really appreciate it. I wanted to let y'all know that. So what today's video is about is basically, I've installed some stuff on my boat since, the last time I've kind of went over my boat. I've installed some stuff and I wanted to show it to y'all. So before we get into that, got a mosquito on my hand. But before we get into that, I wanted to let y'all know that this video is sponsored by Mystery Tackle Box. Now, if you don't know what Mystery Tackle Box is, it is a subscription-based box, has really a lot of great stuff in it. And you get it every month in the mail, and has all kinds of cool baits in it. So I got 3 boxes back here behind me. Just gonna show y'all a little bit of like what's in one of the boxes. I just dumped it out. You can see this stuff here. I mean, this is some really good stuff. Got some magic shads, got a sticker, got a little dibbles, tips and tricks in there. This is a rattlebite in the red crawl. This is a bait that's sold out on Carl's website. Shimmer shad. If y'all have watched my channel, you see I've killed the spotted bass on a shimmer shad before. Has a little card here talking about the rattlebite. I mean, a live target, top water. I'm going to catch some fish on this spring, bringing it through the pads, no doubt. Got some hooks here, some stickies hooks, and then also the click bait. Now this is a chatterbait style bait, and I'm really ready to get on the water and try that thing out. If you haven't watched John B's last video or the Googan Squad's last video, he hammered some great big ones on that doggone clickbait 7.5 pounders. So jump over and check that out after you watch this. Really cool. So we're going to go ahead, get into this video, let you know what I have done to my boat, and kind of go from there. So pretty much what I'm going to jump over here in my driver's seat, and as you can see, I have a new unit on my dash. Now this is a Garmin 93 SV. I know probably a ton of y'all watching this probably bought them when Bass Pro had them for $5.99 on sale with a GT54 transducer, which GT54 is what I have on this boat, not the new GT56, but I watched a lot of YouTube videos on it, and the difference to me was very slight and wasn't worth the difference in the cost. So put the Garmin 93 SV on here, really impressed in it. The down imaging on it is awesome. The sonar on it is awesome. The mapping's really good. The only thing that I would say I don't like so much about it is the mapping on the rivers that I fish isn't all that great. It doesn't have the creeks listed and all that, and it doesn't have any contours or anything. So that is why I have my Lowrance, my old Hook 7 right here. As you can see, I have a million waypoints on this sucker, but the mapping on the rivers is better. So that's why I decided to put this on here. And what I did, I'm going to switch hands here. I put this on a gimbal mount on the side, and I do not have a sonar or I don't have my sonar hooked up. No transducer on this. So this is not to use with sonar. I just have my power cable, have it hooked up, and I have it running up underneath here through the bottom. Now my 93 SV, I have on a Bass Pro console dash mount. This is a Bass Pro mount. If y'all remember, I had an old Elite 5 in my dash, and basically what I did was I made a plate out of aluminum, and I covered that, screwed that to my dash, and then mounted my Bass Pro mount to that. So I'm kind of going to give y'all a little bit of a look right here. You can see I made this plate, got it on here, and then I have the bracket, of course, and then I have this on the dash mount. Really clean mount. It came out good. The sonar on here, I really like the interface of this unit. It's very, very easy. It's all touchscreen. You know, anything you want, it's there. You know, very easy to read, very, very easy to use. You know, charts, you know, your fishing chart, navigation chart in this perspective 3D, which is really, really cool. You know, and I haven't done a whole bunch of playing with it, but you know, your combos right here, you can get, you know, multiple different combos, whatever you want, GPS, sonar, and then also you can customize and make your own as well. So super, super easy interface as far as this 93 SV goes. And I'm also going to show, let me get this thing turned around. I'm also going to show y'all on the back of my boat how I mounted it on the transom. So I'm going to show y'all my transducer placement as well, because I did have to move it one time because I was getting a little bit of feedback from my jack plate on there. So did have to move it over a little bit. I'll show y'all that right here in a second. But also I got some other things that I've did as well. So up front is where I had that Hook 7, and now I have another Garmin 93 SV. And I forgot to say that my unit at the dash, I ran it a separate power wire for it. That's completely separate, coming off the battery to a separate switch and everything from anything else, because those, you know, those circuit boards that are in the dash have a whole bunch of stuff coming off of them. And I was getting some, initially I had it plugged into that, but I was getting a lot of distortion and my unit wasn't working as good. So I ran a separate power cable, worked completely fine. So up here on the front, this is on a gimbal mount. I had the 7 on. This is another 93 SV, but I did run this one for the power. The front of my boat has a separate little circuit board up front, and it pretty much has nothing going off of it. So I did plug into that for my power at my front unit, and it works perfectly fine, works great. So if you have a Ranger 188 or 198, if you're gonna run a back unit, I suggest run a separate wire for your power for that one. But if you're gonna put one on the front and it's just nothing, like no pan optics or live scope or active target or anything like that, using that front block is fine. I don't get any type of interference whatsoever with that. So something else that I added right here is something that I should have done a long time ago, is I added these nice struts right here, and these little lift struts. They should have came on the boat standard. They did not, but I put them on there and I love them. I put it on both sides, and basically I just ordered these off Amazon and they were like 15 bucks. And I, you know, checked my spacing and everything and made sure I did it right. I drilled up through the top of my lid right here, and then I screwed right here with self-tapping screws, come through the top of the lid, and as y'all can see, a number 10 machine screws, and you can't even tell where they're at. I mean, you can't even tell where they're at. The carpet covers them perfectly. Over here to this side as well, did this. And I mean, I'm not throwing my rods out the boat like I was at first. You know, it used to be just, you'd open it up, you had to raise the lid all the way to here, you're about to break your rod, throw them out. You know, this is so nice. It stays up by itself now, and really, really good. So these are 10-inch. If you're interested in doing this, these are 10-inch, you know, just lift struts off of Amazon. That's all they are. So like I said, self-tapping here, number 10 little machine screws here with, you know, little nuts on the backside. You can see, you can't even see them whatsoever. I am going to do that on the back right here. I have not done it on my back battery compartment yet, but I need to do it. And I'm going to get like a 15-inch for that. So, all right. I think, let me get this turned around. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to show you in the boat, the new upgrades that I've made to it. So I'm going to go here to the back, and I'm going to show y'all on the transom where I mounted my transducer at. All right, so I'm here at the back of the boat, and as you can see, I have this 12-inch block right here on my transom, and this is a block you can buy. My good buddy James Bush with One Objective made this for me, so I appreciate that very much. and I have my transducer mounted right here, which is almost directly underneath of my jack plate right here. All right, so no problem, no, not causing my prop to blow out or anything like that. No crazy spray. All right, but initially I had it right here. You can see these two holes I had right here that I filled with silicone, had it further over. But on my side scan, I was getting a lot of interference on my side scan on this left side, and it was echoing up underneath of this jack plate. So basically by moving it to right here, I completely eliminated that. My side scan now is perfectly clear. It's you know, really good. The unit, like I said, the unit is just awesome. The clarity, it's a really good unit. I highly recommend that Garmin 93 SV. And the ones with the 56 transducers might be a little bit better. I don't know how they can be better, but these things are crisp and they're really, really nice. The interface of them is really easy, and I really, really like them. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to go over with y'all, you know, what I've done to my boat, what, you know, little changes I've made, but things that have really, really helped me out fishing, you know, here lately. And that's pretty much it. So if you have a RT188 like this, highly recommend getting those gas struts, putting it up on the front hatches. That makes a huge difference. Of course, you know, the center hatch already has them on there, but really, really should get them. And then also transducer right here, you know, mount it right here so you don't run into a problem with side scan of echoing out from underneath that jack plate right there. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to kind of go over things with y'all. I appreciate y'all watching. Hit that subscribe button if you hadn't. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you next time on Gunfish TV.